Hello and welcome to A VO's Journey. My name is Anthony Pica. This show is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business and sidestep all the crazy things that I seem to step on. Today is Wednesday, the 2nd of June. Welcome. We are halfway. We're moving into halfway into the year. So before we get started, I want to just mention we are doing a course of the week. And this week we are highlighting the Fiverr course, how to make $20,000 on Fiverr for voiceover. It's an amazing course. It's helped so many people. I recommend you check it out. You can get the link below, or you can check it out on avosjourney.com. We've helped hundreds and hundreds of voice actors do some amazing things with the Fiverr course, and I know it can help you. All right, let's get into it. I want to talk to you guys about something I spoke a while ago, but it's really important, and that is finding your money voice. I call it your money voice. And basically what it is that, our job is to find what sells the most, right? What voice style do we sell the most? Okay, because if we can find that, then we can definitely generate enough business to sustain the life that we want. But when I first started in voiceover, it was very clunky. It was very like I was a bull in a china shop. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what people wanted, and I did the very best I could. All right, like all of us are doing, but I didn't know that, there was more that I could do with my voice, more styles, more little intricacies that I could use with pitch and expression that people were looking for. And because of that, I took a while to really break into the voiceover business. And so I wanted to do this video today to kind of share with you what, my idea of a money voice is and what that means to you. So the idea here is that you're looking to find that voice, that style that you bring, that I like to call the money voice, which is basically the voice that's going to make you the money. And in this particular question, in this particular idea, we are constantly bombarded with, be yourself. You got to find your voice. You got to find that thing that makes you stand out. But you got to be, you got to be yourself. You got to find your voice. And, I was always like, well, I know my voice, I've been doing it for 40 years. I got my voice down, but it's the style in which you deliver your voiceovers that matter. Right? Whether it's upbeat, whether it's slow, whether it's intimate, whether it's exciting, whether it's angry or whether it's sad or whether it's inspiring, all of these things, whether it's conversational, authoritative, sultry, all of these different adjectives or ways to describe voiceover styles or emotions or expressions, right? They matter. But in the end, there's one of these things. And there can be many, but there's generally one or two that you do really well and that people are really going to buy from you. And it took me about a couple years, it took me 2 years to figure it out. Now, it was on the back of me trying to do I had gotten a lot of audiobook jobs, but I wanted to break into other industries because, after hundreds of audiobooks, you get exhausted and burnt out doing audiobooks. So I was looking at other industries, plus I wanted to increase the money I was making. And I started doing a lot of auditions and I started putting myself out there. And I wasn't, I was getting a little bit of work, but not much at all. And I thought something had to be wrong. Something had to not necessarily be wrong, but something wasn't working at 100%. So I started doing a little bit of research of what people were buying, and I started trying new things myself. And I think I stumbled upon trying this different pitch variation with my voice because I think someone had asked me, or I saw something. Honestly, I don't even remember how it happened, but I thought that I would try something different. And I went into an audition and I tried a deeper voice right? I tried to lower the pitch in my voice, not be as, like when I'm talking in videos, I'm like, hey, I'm very loud. And when I get louder, a lot of times my voice gets higher, right? And when I get softer, my voice gets lower. You know what I mean? I can lower that voice and my pitch. And what I found is that people seem to like the lower pitch and expressiveness of my lower tones more. So then what I ended up doing was I went into my booth and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to make a new demo, but I'm going to try something different. I'm going to improv a spot. You know what I mean? I'm going to improv some spots. And I started with improving this Ford commercial spot. And I literally closed my eyes. I didn't have anything written down. I didn't know what I was going to say. I closed my eyes and I pictured myself on a porch with a cup of coffee in the morning and seeing over green rolling hills and a Ford truck driving. And, it just came out of me, right? And it literally was about 10 seconds, 8 to 10 seconds. And it was me with a lower pitch in my voice, just really kind of just talking like this, right? This is the way it talks. And I did that kind of thing, and and it became the one voice or the one voiceover on my demo that I get 95% referrals to, that people consistently ask for. That became my money voice. A 10-second improvisation that I hadn't written, there was no one directed. I just got in my booth and I did. The reason why I bring that up, it's not important about the time it took, all right, to get that. What's important is that I was trying different things in order to find that money voice, that voice that was going to help me sell. And if you've tried everything, like you're trying SEO and you're trying all this stuff to really get you a business and it's just not working, there is the other side of this, right? With the importance of trying different expressive styles with your voice, different pitch variations, different deliveries. Some people, and I did another video a week or two ago about trends, right, for males and females right now. And, that trending style, okay, that I stumbled upon for me is worked very well for me. Okay. And one is just snowballed to the other. Before then, it was a couple of years. I got work. Now, don't get me wrong. You could still be getting work. This is where this depends on how much work you want. You could still be getting some work, but you might not be getting as much work as you want, or you're not getting any work. But I was getting some work, but I wasn't getting as much as I wanted. And I needed to do something because I'm like, something's not right. I'm not winning auditions. I'm not appealing to people enough for them to hire me. So I have to try something different. I've got to change something. So that's where I started trying new things. And that's where this money voice came out. And people, I'm very fortunate. People love it to hire me for. And they come back. It builds a lot of repeat customers, which is what we dream of, is building repeat customers. So for you, I recommend that you really take a look at building that money voice by trying out new things. If you're not getting as much business as you'd like, if you're not getting everything that you want, okay, then I recommend that, you try to get this money voice down and see what you can do. All right. It doesn't hurt you to try different expressive moods, try different tones, speeds, pitches, pauses, just try new things, especially if you're auditioning a lot. You get an opportunity to audition. And the positive thing about auditioning is, and I've said a lot of positive and negative things about auditioning over the years, but the positive thing is it's a lot of practice that you can get feedback from. And I don't mean feedback from someone writes you back and said, hey, well, actually the speed was a little fast. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you get feedback from either you get the job or you don't get the job, or how many jobs you're getting per how many jobs you're not getting. How many auditions does it take you to get a job? That's feedback. Okay. And, are you winning more jobs now that you're trying something different? Are you getting different feedback? Are you getting shortlisted more? Those kinds of things. Right. So try out new stuff really to find that money voice of yours. All right. And I promise you, you will get more business. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember, the course of the week is the Fiverr course, my Fiverr course, how to make $20,000 on Fiverr for voiceover. It's an incredible course. It's been our #1 selling course. And this week, we are highlighting that one. If you're interested in that course, go ahead and you'll see below there'll be a link, but you can also go over to aviosjourney.com and check that out. And we'd love for you to have it. And also make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and I will talk to you soon. All right, you guys, bye-bye.